So I'm just taking recap of what we did in the last class yesterday. Some of you just pointed out about this MEC. So this we did about how to measure investment. So investment at time period T can be measured with the help of KT minus 1, right? Secondly, autonomous investment is independent of income level. Yesterday I had drawn a diagram. There was a little mistake. Conventionally we don't show. I'll show you here. Just keep in mind, students. Conventionally what happens? Oh, this is our X and this is our Y. So your autonomous investment line will be like this, IA, right? And here you will be having investment and here you are having income. Okay, this is your income level. So irrespective of your income level, you are having autonomous investment, that is in fact usually done by the government. Autonomous investment is done by the government. Okay, so that's what there was a little conventionally this is correct. This way we used to show this income here and investment on y-axis. Just keep in mind. Okay, so this autonomous investment is independent of income level, which doesn't depend on income, and induced investment, that is I for induced investment, is function of income, right? And this is MPI, that is marginal propensity to invest. That means the ratio of change in investment divided by change in income level. This is also we have done in the last class. Okay, yes student. And then further we did gross investment, net investment, right? So net investment is nothing but gross investment minus depreciation. We did this also, right? And we have seen that investment is function of rate of interest and MEC. So always if you want to keep yourself invested, your R, this R must be equal to MEC, or MEC must be equal to R, only then you will remain invested, right? Otherwise what happen, if your R is more and MEC is less, then there is no incentive to invest. It is better to keep your money in the bank and on the simple rate of interest. Okay, so that is what the concept of R and MEC is. In detail it is studied in the what do you call it, speculative demand for money, or investment, how investment demand or MEC curve, that can also be drawn, but that much is not given in your syllabus in detail that way. Anyway, so MEC refers to the expected profitability of capitalism investment, or expected return, expected earning, that you can say. Many of you, I seen yesterday message that you were asking about what is MEC. MEC in simple way, that is expected profitability or expected profit, and how it is measured. Just a second, I'll show you one. As I told you yesterday, just let us take a quick look. Okay, so what I told you, suppose there is a machine which you purchase in 3000 rupees. This example I had given, 3000 rupees, and life of machine is 2 years, right? So the supply price assuming as 3000 only, so 3000 will be equal to, so first year this is the return from the machine, and this is 1 plus, so 10%, if it is 10%, so it will be 0.10, and 2432, like this some figure will be there, 1 plus 0.10 again will be like this. So when you solve it, the value it should come like this is 1000 and this is 2000 and this will be equal to 3000. So your expected return present value at least that should be equal to this much, then you will have a balance, right? There will be equality of supply price with the expected earning over a period of 2 years. Okay, right student? So this is how you try to equalize by using this formula. Shall I move to the next? These things we did yesterday, right students? Shall I move ahead? Just let me know quickly. Yes. Sheetal, Ankita, Mahalakshmi, Sailesh. Just reply. Okay. So moving on to now the concept of investment multiplier. I want your attention here students. This concept of multiplier, simply this word, this is multiplier, this was given by F.A. Kahn, K-A-H-N, not Khan, okay, F.A. Kahn. So he gave this concept of multiplier and it was first of all employment multiplier. He gave the concept how the government can increase employment in the economy and he gave this in early 30s, this concept of multiplier. Later on the same multiplier concept in the form of investment multiplier or income multiplier popularized by Keynes. Investment multiplier and income multiplier, this concept was given by J.M. Keynes, John Maynard Keynes. Now the question is, what is this investment multiplier? Dear students, investment multiplier simply is the ratio of increment in income to the ratio to the increment in investment. It is ratio of this. Usually this what you call in multiplier is denoted by letter small k. This small k is your multiplier and it is nothing but ratio of change in y, that is change in income due to change in investment. What happens when there is change in investment? Suppose there is 100 rupees 100 crore investment on a road project by the government. So how much of change in income should take place? Normal sense it is said that if the investment increases by 100 crore, income will also increase by 100 crore. That is what the analogy says. Simple analogy, common sense. Okay, but actually if you follow this multiplier concept, it says that no, when there is increase in investment by 100 crore, income will increase more than the investment, and you can write this equation like this: change in income will be equal to change k times change in investment, like this. Change in income will be k times change in investment. Investment में जितना भी change हो रहा है, suppose it is 100 crore, so 100 crore multiplied by k. Now the question is, what is this K and how this K is determined, how the value of this K is calculated, that we need to see. Okay, so let us see this formula. I want your attention. If you pay attention properly, then you can understand it. आपको थोड़ा ध्यान से देखना है. Okay, look at here. Yes, student, you will see in a while. See, this is your first equation. Can you see this first equation? First equation is Y, that is income, is equal to consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure. Consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure, right? That is known as, that is nothing but aggregate demand in the economy. C plus I जो है वो in simple format, aggregate demand is equal to C plus I, right? Actually it has 4 components, but in a simple closed economy model, in a closed economy you have these 2 components, C plus I, right? I will see this autonomous investment later on, right? See, so this you can see this equation number 1 can be written in this form by putting this change sign with all the variable. In place of income you are writing delta Y, that is change in income. In place of C we are writing delta C, that is change in consumption. And in place of investment we are writing change in investment. Okay, now moving on to just recall the consumption equation, simple Keynesian consumption function or consumption equation. This is the Keynesian consumption function, that is C is equal to A plus BY. A is autonomous investment plus BY. So for now let us assume this consumption is the function of this much only. C is equal to BY and there is no autonomous consumption. In fact, in the long period, you know, this C will be function of BY only, that way, right? As per the Kuznets consumption function, you can write C is equal to BY. That B is, what is this B? You have already studied. This B is delta C, that is change in consumption because of change in income, right? And right, this change, how much change is occurring in consumption due to change in income level, right? So that is B. Now putting this, the value of this C in this equation, you see, in this equation we can put it this way. How? Like say, if there is delta C in place of C, if that is delta C, so this equation can be B delta Y, right? Like this can be written. So in place of this delta C we are writing B into delta Y, right? See, and putting this in this equation number 2, in equation number 2 put the value of equation 3. Putting the value of equation 3 into equation 2, we will get delta Y will come as delta Y. In place of delta C, I am writing B delta Y plus delta I. Okay, this I am writing. So by simplifying, how you can simplify? You can easily simplify this. Okay, so in place of, say for example, delta Y, and take this by term, whole by term to this side, so minus delta y, this way you can write, is equal to delta I, and here take this delta y here, both the places, take delta y as a common term, and you can write 1 minus b is equal to delta I. Can we write, students? Can we write like this? Yes, we can write like this. Fine. Take this delta y as common term. So here delta y we have taken, so 1 is left, and here delta y we have taken as common term, so b will be there. So simplifying this, delta y upon I, take this term this side and this whole term this side, it will be 1 upon 1 minus b. So this k, as I told you in the previous slide, this k is delta y upon delta I. Okay, so k can be calculated as 1 upon 1 minus b. K can be calculated as k, that is multiplier. Investment multiplier can be calculated by this formula I, this 1 upon 1 minus b. Now this b is marginal propensity to consume. Suppose there is increase in income by 100 crore in the economy, so all 100 crore will not be consumed, a part of it will be saved. Say for example, consumption propensity to consume is 0.8% or 80%. So value can be calculated as, so let us see how this value of this is calculated. Value of, see, value, this size or value of multiplier, value of k, depends on MPC or MPS. Either MPC, any value you can take, either you take MPC or MPS. I'll show you now. Higher the value of MPC, greater will be the value of multiplier. Lower the value of MPC, lower will be the multiplier, right? Then higher the value of MPS, lower the will be value of multiplier, lower the value of MPS, higher will be the value of multiplier. I am repeating again, keep in mind, I am writing also so that you can recall it. See what I am telling, we have already studied, this MPC plus MPS is equal to 1, right? And what is the formula of k? That is multiplier, 1 upon 1 minus MPC. B is MPC, or you can write, or 1 upon, directly you write MPS also. This is MPS, 1 upon MPS, directly you can write, because 1 minus MPC is MPS only, because MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. So we can write 1 minus MPC is equal to MPS, 1 MPS. So what I am telling, higher the value, higher value of MPC, higher will be value of k. Lower the value of MPC, lower will be the value of k. Direct relation. But when it comes to MPS, higher the value of MPS, k will be lower in this case, and lower the value of MPS, lower, higher will be the value of k. Okay? Is this clear, students, up to here? Now suppose, let us take example, how the size of k is determined, value of k is finalized. Suppose MPS or MPC is equal to 0.8, that means 80%. So MPS will be how much? 0.2 only. Okay? So calculate the value of k. K will be equal to 1 upon 1 minus 0.8. So it will be, just a second, this will be equal to 0.2. So value will be equal to 5. So value of k, that is multiplier, will be equal to 5. So either you are using MPC or directly you are putting 0.2, that is MPS, the value will be 5. How? Remove this point by adding here, this is 10, so 5, 2 5s are 10, value will be equal to 5. Yes? Okay. Yes, fine, fantastic. So what will be, how much, if there is, if delta I is equal to 100 crore. Now tell me how much of income will increase. How much income will increase? Tell me with the help of this value of k. How much income will increase? Can you tell me? Very simple calculation. So you see, simply delta y is equal to value of k is 5, k times investment, that is 100 crore, multiplied by 100. So income will increase by 500 crore. It's not that if the value of investment, change in investment is 100 crore, the value of income will increase by 500 crore, depending on the value of MPC, right, or MPS. Is this okay, students? Take it. Yes. Now moving on to the limiting case of investment multiplier. The limiting case. Yes. Okay, Sonali, Hussain, Rupti, Mahalakshmi. Okay, fine. Now limiting case, that means the value of your MPC ranges from 1 to 0. The value of MPC, that is delta C upon delta Y, can be 1 or it can be 0, it can be within this range only. So we are discussing limiting case of investment multiplier, right? In how much the value, investment multiplier depends on the value of MPC or MPS, right? So one limiting case, first limiting case is that if the value of MPC is equal to 1, if the value of MPC is equal to 1, in this case size of multiplier will be infinity, it will be infinite. Dear students, just see what is the formula. Just let us see. our formula is value of k is equal to 1 upon 1 minus 1. So 1 upon 0. So any number divided by 0 gives you infinity. So what does it mean? It means by investing a particular amount initially, maybe 100 crore, 200 crore, 500 crore, any project by the government can increase income in the economy infinitely if the value of MPC, that is marginal propensity to consume, is equal to 1. That means there is 100% consumption, there is no saving, correct? But in actual life what happens? The value of MPC is always less than 1. It can't be 1. It is always less than 1. That's why the value of k can't be. Santoshi, what do you mean? 1 divided by 0 is 0. अरे बाबा क्या कह रहे हैं आप? 1 divided by 0 is infinity, not 0. 0 divided by any number is 0. Is this clear to everyone or not? This is simple mathematical principle. Any number divided by 0 will give you infinity. Okay? And 0 divided by any number will give you 0. Not in this case, it will not be 0. Okay. So let us see. This is the first limiting case, which is most likely is not possible. Had it been so, investment's job to increase income, could have been solved once for all time. एक बार कर दिया इन्वेस्टमेंट और फिर इनकम बढ़ता चला जाता, लेकिन ऐसा होता नहीं है, right? And the second limiting case is the value of MPC equal to 0. Here you see, this is our other limit, this is one limit, this 0 is other limit. So the value of MPC is in between 1 to 0. So when it is 0 in this case, the value of multiplier will be equal to 1. Let us see again. K is equal to 1 upon 1 minus 0. So it will be equal to 1. So which means if the value of MPC is 0, the value of K will be 1, which means if investment increases by 100 crore, income will also increase by 100 crore only, not more. Okay, because all the increased investment, because as a result of increase in investment, whatever in earning is taking place, that is getting saved, nothing is consumed, right? What is the principle actually behind this investment multiplier? That whenever something is invested, people's income increases, and when people's income increases, they spend that money for purchasing goods and services, and when they purchase goods and services, they pay money to others, and that becomes income of others, and then others again they spend further, right, for their demand needs and spend it. Some part they save, some part they consume. Again the third person, he spends some part of his increased income, and then so this is how it goes on, that investment multiplier goes on. Okay, so these are two limiting cases. Now quickly see, this investment multiplier works on the following assumptions. If these assumptions are true, multiplier will work truly. If it is not, it will not work as it is. There will be some leakages in the system, there will be some problem, or the value of investment multiplier will not be as expected. जैसा expect किया जा रहा है उतना नहीं होगा investment multiplier, वो कम हो सकता है if any assumption is relaxed, or if any assumption is not valid. In that case, investment multiplier will not be as expected. So first thing is, the MPC remains constant during the period of income rise. That means in a shorter period the value of MPC remains constant. अगर वो 0.8 है, 80% है, तो वो 80% ही रहेगा throughout that time period, that is 1 year period. You know, if you assume a short period. So MPC remains constant, and this is a valid assumption. People don't frequently change their behavior to buy things. More or less it depends on habit of people, and whatever income level is there, people decide to spend a particular portion of their income on consumption. So the MPC can easily be treated as constant, right? Because it depends on institutional and habitual factors, right? So this assumptions more or less is valid. Second thing is Keynes, because this investment multiplier was popularized, given by Keynes, and Keynes say that there is no time lag between increase in investment and the resultant increase in income. That means the moment investment takes place, that leads to increase in income immediately, right? Keynes talks about instantaneous multiplier. Instant multiplier की बात करते हैं Keynes. Dynamic multiplier, time with time lag की बात नहीं किया उन्होंने, though later on dynamic multiplier, investment multiplier concept was also developed, and you can study that also, that the time lag factor can be added and dynamic multiplier can be studied in that fashion. But in terms of Keynes considered there is no time lag. When there is increase in income, investment, there will be increase in income. So this is the second assumption, which may not be valid, but this assumption is taken. Third important aspect is excess capacity exists in the consumer goods industry. Investment multiplier can work properly when there is excess capacity in consumer goods industry, right? That is the assumption taken by Keynes. If there is no excess capacity in consumption good, with the increase in investment and resulting into increase in income and further demand for consumer goods, if this demand is not met or is not supplied, and if there is no excess capacity, that increased income will lead to increase in price level only. There will not be a real rise in income, and that will reduce the size or magnitude of investment multiplier, that falls down. Okay, so that is what, there must be excess capacity. And one more thing, that this Keynes investment multiplier was given mainly for the developed countries where there is excess capacity and the country is operating in depression and recessionary phase. In that case, there is always excess capacity with the industries, consumer goods industry. They can produce whenever there is more demand. Okay, and last one assumption is closed economy. Closed economy. Though this closed economy assumption can be relaxed, and the import and export can be added. So import becomes one of the leakages in the multiplier process, because whenever increased income as a result of increase in investment, that goes to payment of imports, the income of that country will increase rather than the domestic country, right? So import is one of the, we will study in under the heading of leakages of investment multiplier. So these are 4 important assumptions of investment multiplier. Is this clear, students? Is this fine? Okay, now moving on to the working of multiplier process. How this multiplier works, let us quickly see the working of multiplier, investment multiplier. Let us assume we have, see in the first column, the rounds of income generation, right? Rounds of income generation, and here we have increase in investment, delta I. Suppose this delta I is equal to 100 crore, right? So with this increase in 100 crore, what will happen? Immediately there will be increase of 100 crore in income, because whatever, suppose road is constructed, right? So for construction of road, government release 100 crore rupees in the economy to the contractor, to the builder, to the company who has given the tender to complete the construction of road. So there will be payment to the workers, payment to the raw material owner, payment to the JCB wala, concrete walas, everyone, the payment. So 100 CR will increase, immediate increase. But assuming that if there is, MPC equal to 3 by 4, if MPC is 3 by 4, which means 0.75, MPC we are assuming 0.75, that means 75%. 75% of increased income is consumed, 0.25% is saved. So 3 by 4 of 100, how much? Consumption will be 75. So this consumption, whatever is consumed, that becomes income in the second round, because people spend it. Your consumption is someone else's income. So again this 75 crore is increased. With this 75 crore ka 3 by 4 or 0.75% will be 56.25, right? This much will be the consumption, remaining out of the 75 will be saved. So this 56.25, again there will be increase in income, and out for the third person whom the workers and raw material owners, they have paid. So further you take 0.75 of this 56.25, so you will consume this much, 42.19. So 42.19, again there will be increase in income. Now again you take 0.75 or 75%, 3 by 4 means 0.75 or 75%. So this process will keep on going continuously, will increase in the subsequent periods, right? 31.64, right? This much increase will be there. If you add up all, and this process will continue till the money is exhausted to 0, till the money reaches to 0. So you can see here it is 400. So increased consumption 400. So when your value of 0.75, value of your MPC is 0.75, how much will be the value of multiplier? If this k value will be 1 upon 1 minus 0.75, so it will be 1 upon 0.25. So 100 is equal to 4, value will be 4, so 400 is there, and that initial increase was 100, that makes it 500 crore rupees, right? So this is how you can see the working of investment multiplier, or investment multiplier works in an economy. Okay. Now let us quickly see, students, with the help of diagram, same thing can be shown with the help of investment saving diagram. You can see, students, it will be shown in a while. Just look at here. On y-axis we have saving and investment, and on x we are having national income, and we have this as saving line, right? You can see the saving line, and the MPS is equal to 0.5. How much? MPS is 0.5, and you can see this is our investment line. So the point E is the point where investment and saving both are equal, and you are having Y1 level of income. If there is increase in investment from I to I dash, right, this delta I, if there is increase in investment, this increase in investment will result into increase in income and will be K times of income. Now you can see here, value of K will be 1 upon MPS. So value of MPS 0.5, so the value will be 2. You can easily see this gap, delta I and delta Y. This delta Y is almost 2 times of this delta I. Why? Because value of K is 2, right? Why it is 2? Because MPS is 0.5. So this way also you can show with the help of diagram the working of investment multiplier. Yes, students? Is this fine? Is this clear? Yes. Now quickly see the leakages of investment multiplier. These are leakages, means जो इन्वेस्टमेंट मल्टीप्लायर है उसके साइज को कम कर देता है ये लीकेजेस, राइट? एज वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन, सेविंग ज़्यादा हो जाए तो इन्वेस्टमेंट मल्टीप्लायर कम हो जाता है ना? इंपोर्ट भी होने से इनकम जो है वो अदर इकोनॉमी का बढ़ेगा, आपकी इकोनॉमी का नहीं बढ़ेगा, जिस इकोनॉमी में पैसे चले गए, राइट? सो यू कैन सी इजीली हाउ द वैल्यू of this declines. This is this for the open economy, the multiplier formula is this, right? Then if increased income is used for paying off debts, then also the value of multiplier goes down. Or if increase in income is held back by the people as a idle cash, right, in the shelf, like a typical analogy, then again the investment multiplier will not increase, right? Then taxation also have a negative multiplier effect. Increase in income will also affect the increase in the multiplier value. It reduces the size of multiplier. So saving, imports, paying off debts, holding of idle cash, taxation and increase in prices all have negative effect or reduces the size of investment multiplier, and they are treated as leakages of investment multiplier, right? Thank you so much, students. It's already 9:21, so if there is any question you can ask me in the next class. So this is how we have done with the investment multiplier proposed or given by J.M. Keynes, and it plays a greater role in the economy to increase income when there is excess capacity in the consumer goods industry. Okay, thank you so much, students. Bye bye. Thank you so much. But still I can see students are very less in the class. Yes, okay, no problem. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.